Good morning, students. This is Dr. Kiran Deshwal, Assistant Professor English. In this video lecture, I will teach you the story A Kitchen in the Corner of the House, composed by Ambai. In our last video, we saw that the writer is describing the structure and construction of the house of Kishan's father. So the protagonist is Kishan and father is the head of the family and Gigi is the female head. And in this video lecture, the writer is describing the love for food. This family loves eating delicious food in variety, and in this brief video we will see that how correct it is. So let us start. In the days when Gigi could get about, she would start cooking papads at the stroke of 7. When Gigi could get about, it means when Gigi was young, when she was able to work in kitchen. So in the days when Gigi could get about, she would start cooking papads at the stroke of 7. She used to cook papad at the stroke of 7 at 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see that it's very early in the morning, and from at 7 in the morning they start cooking. Papaji would be ready and waiting in the outside veranda, having finished all his other business. And now it's time for breakfast. Gigi would bring him pungent spice papad stacked on a plate. As soon as the papads were finished, there would be Bikaner save. So this shows the love for food. This family loves to eat. Sharp upon the tongue. So food should be spicy. If they're tired of that, then pakoras of sweet corn. So papads, then Bikaner save, then pakoras. Every spicy food this family loves. Or ground nuts dipped in chilies. Ground nuts, mungfali, and besan, which are called tasty in our language, and deep fried. They would sit opposite each other and begin with Ambai. As we know that Ambai is their clan goddess, and before starting every meal and every function, every event, every program, they used to remember their goddess by addressing Ambai. If the sons and daughters were there, the entire family would join in for the breakfast, and it was a family breakfast. Each and every member of the family relished delicious foods cooked by Gigi. And then it will be the time for merrymaking and for joking also, and for you can say that it's the leisure time sparing with the family, where delicious food, all the family members, all the chit chats and all the jokes and all the then Gigi would sing country songs, folk songs. If you go to the fair, bring me tassels for my hair. It's a Rajasthani song. मेले में जाओ तो मेरे लिए ये लेके आना वगैरह वगैरह. So these were the lines which Gigi used to sing, and a bright colored dupatta for me to wear. So this family loved food tradition as well as dressing sense. Papaji would laugh, and he used to say, "You are adult enough, and do you still care for these things?" So you are blessed with everything. You have lots of children. You have a full house. You have everything which one should desire, and still you are desiring for things like dupatta and tassels. On a small stove in the corner of the kitchen, there was always water boiling for the tea. So this family loves having tea every now and then, and on a small stove, every time tea water is there in the corner of the kitchen. That's why kitchen is focus. Kitchen is the title of our story, because each and every action is related with the kitchen. If they are having food, they will talk about other social chit chats also. If they are having food, they will talk about the relations. So kitchen is the bond where all family members are related to each other. Female cooking food, and it is served to male persons of the family. On a small stove in the corner of the kitchen, there was always water boiling for the tea. If anybody they knew appeared at the threshold of the house at meal times, first they received ice cold water. So it's customary. First of all, the guest were entertained with water. First of all, ice cold water is served to the guest. Then Papaji would begin, "You must eat with us." So the guest will be forced for dinner or lunch at whatever time he will arrive. Give Chacha a plate. Like anyone who comes in a house, can be your Chacha, can be your Fufa, can be your Tau. So give Chacha a plate. This would be the order. And the guest hesitate in having uh, lunch or dinner. "Oh no, thank you, I just dropped in." मतलब मैं तो वैसे ही आ गया. Yes, quite so. तो क्या हुआ? But what about a cup of tea? If you are not having lunch or dinner with us, what about a cup of tea? And no thanks, the guest will recline and decline. Then if don't, I would not like to have tea. Then coffee then? "This water is plenty. नहीं, पानी काफ़ी है. How can we allow you to drink plain water?" So this is not customary. This is not our custom. This is not in our etiquettes. "At least have some sarbat." Okay, you don't want to have tea, you don't want to have coffee, you can have some sarbat. Very well. Gigi would get up, just put one or two kebabs for him on a plate to go with his cold drink. "Only Sabat will not do enough. You should bring kebabs for him also." And this would have been the order. The guest will be served with water, and if we deny for tea and coffee, let bring sarbat and kebabs for him. Even before Gigi reached the kitchen, Papaji would remember the methi pranthas which were made that morning. "Suniye ji," he would call to his wife, "warm up two of those methi pranthas and butter them." He would say, वो कहते कि शरबत तो ला ही रहे हो, कबाब ले आना, और सुनो सुनो, कबाब के साथ वो मेथी पराठे जरूर ले आना जो सुबह बनाए थे. Let Chacha just have a taste. So the visitor would be forced to accept defeat. Finally वो आने वाला बेचारा कह ही देता कि ठीक है, मुझे खाना ही खिला दो. All right then, let me eat my meal with you. Gigi would go into the kitchen in any case to fry up a couple of eggs sprinkled with salt and pepper. Suppose there were not enough to to go around. So this was the custom, this was the tradition of the family. In this description we can see that the family loved delicious food, spicy food, food which can relish them, food which can bind them together, food which can revive the traditions, food which can take away the traditions from generation to generation, food which can bind them together, food by which they can expose their likes and dislikes. So from the beginning to the end there is a talk about food. And so hence our title, "A Kitchen in the Corner of the House," gets its significance, because kitchen is the main center and it's the place where food is cooked, and how it is connected with our social system, which we will see in our next video. And this is much for today. Please go through it, and we will discuss in our next video. Thanks for watching.